gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello everyone, how you doing? Thank you for joining. You'll see by my breaking news down the bottom that Big Steve unfortunately has the man flu. So the snowflake is he's out tonight. So I said I'd step in and see how I get on. Hopefully we can class this as my first video on my own, as he's wants to put it. But hope everyone's well. Thank you for popping in. Hey Joanne. Hey Lana, nice and early. I hope you're looking after Big Steve. Thank you very much, ANPJ. How are you doing? So, how is everyone today? Anyone who doesn't know, me and Steve have had a bit of a busy week. We popped down and helped Cookie and the Haydens move this weekend, which was really good. I think we were both a bit knackered afterwards, but he's putting the fresh air down to why he's a bit poorly. So, but we'll see. He's just milking it, I think, if I'm honest. Hey, Richard. Hope you're well. Thanks for popping in. As I just said, Steve's unfortunately got the man flu, which is obviously a serious thing, but he's doing all right. I think Lana's looking after him. But yeah, I said I wanted to pop on and see how everybody is and see where we go with tonight. I think I'll leave the homework until next week because I'm guessing that Steve will want to review that as well. So I'll go through the pickups, maybe the year, and see if anybody else wants to pop on a bit later. Yeah, see, get well soon, Big Steve. I hope he's watching. But it was a bit touch and go whether or not he was going to come on, but he's obviously far too poorly. Although if anybody's seen his shot, you won't believe it the other day when he was bouncing around on a trampoline. He's got some skills, that lad, even for 39 years old. But yeah, how's everybody's week been? Let's say we did that, and then I came home on Monday. I managed to pick up a little haul while I was there. I took the time to go to CEX while I was in Torquay, but it was great to see Chris and Belle, and I'm sure Cookie thought I was a favourite, but yeah, it was really nice to see him and see Steve. He's not that big, to be fair. He's only about an inch taller than me. And Lana, she's amazing. So thank you very much, guys, for having us. But yeah, it was a mad weekend, and then sort of come home to reality, and been. I need to sort out this room at some point. It's driving me mental. But yeah, we've just been a little bit busy, and then this week's just been chilling out. So how's everybody else been? Chris and Big C, you had to see Lana's even saying it. They just can't cope, them two. I'm hoping Chris did do a video because me and Steve were both in awe as he was constantly filming while we were lifting heavy boxes. But yeah, it was a good laugh. But hopefully he'll get a video out soon. So I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But yeah, it was really good. I did try and start a vlog myself, but I only got to me leaving, and that was about it. So I thought, I'll leave it. It was being busy listing past twos. How are you getting on, Richard? Hopefully your sales are doing well. We're in the thick of it now. I think you've only probably got another week or so before the cut off, really, isn't it? 2 weeks maybe. But yeah, so I'll crack on then, I suppose, and I'll see where I go with it. Let's have a look. What have we got? So the year that we were reviewing was 2013. What did I think? it was a good year for movies, to be fair. At first, when I started doing a bit of research, there was only a few that I really sort of wanted to gravitate to. But as I looked further down the list, there was quite a lot. What I've done is, because obviously Steve's not here, I've decided I'm going to do a top 10, which he always hates. So I'm glad I'm doing it while he's not here. So I'll go with my top 10. I've got number 10. I've got The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I only watched that recently for the first time, and I really enjoyed it. It's a lot more than I was expecting. I missed it when it came out at the cinemas. Oh, about new listings. Wow. Nice one, Richard. Nice one. Number 9, Captain Phillips. I did enjoy that film. I think Cookie and the Haydens, Chris, he likes it a lot more than I do, because he's a bit of a Tom Hanks fan. But I put that at number 9. I've got number 8. I've got The Great Gatsby. Visually, I just think that's a great movie. Number 7, I've got Snowpiercer. I've not seen the programme of that, but that's supposed to be good. But I just like the fact that obviously the different classes of people are different parts of the train, which is pretty cool. Number 6 was Prisoners. That was another great movie with Wolverine in it. So yeah, but he's what's he called? The other guy, I can't remember now. Hey Tori, thank you for joining us. As I have put on the banner before now, just so you're aware, Big Steve has the man flu. So Lana's looking after him currently while keeping an eye on me, making sure I don't mess up on here. Otherwise, Steve will be annoyed. But other than that, number 5, I've got Jobs, which is the Ashton Kutcher Steve Jobs movie. I struggled to find that in UK on a Blu-ray, which I'd love to find, but it doesn't seem to be about. But that is a good movie. That really good. I think that I like that better than the Steve Jobs one. Too much fun. Yeah, exactly, Tori. Exactly. He's injured his back, I reckon. He's just pulling it and man flu. Number 4, I've got Man of Steel. I'll always remember the trailers for that. But I mean, the film probably isn't as good as the trailers, to be fair, but I did enjoy it. There we go. Captain Phillips Rush, The Hobbit, Distillation of Smog. I've got the Hobbit films, but I've only ever seen the first one of them. I didn't really get into the last two. Star Trek Into the Darkness. Steve would have been all over that one. I can't even pronounce that last one. I do apologise. Philomonia? I might be butchering that. But yeah, so I've got number 3. I've got The Internship. I just really like that. There we go. Wolverine and the other guy standard. Oh, really? Oh, look how sick he is. Bless him. He's in the chat. Oh, that's nice of him. So I'm classing this as a live, Steve. I'm going to sync my own one on my own, just so you know. So yeah, Man of Steel. Love that movie. Not as good as I expected it to be, but the trailers were great. The Internship at number 3. I just like the Google side of that. I think that's really cool. I can watch that over and over again. Lone Survivor. That was a great movie. Number 2. My number 1, I've got Wolf of Wall Street. Again, it's just a crazy movie. Absolutely crazy movie. With some good cast in it. So there's my top 10 of 2013. Wolverine, was it 2013 though, Steve? I didn't see that. Hey David, thank you for joining us. Some good horrors. Yes, there was some good horrors in 2013, and I did have a look at a few of them. There was loads on the list. I mean, there was a couple, not so much horror-wise, but I could have put Don John on there. I could have put Gravity. Visually, Gravity's stunning. Story, it's terrible. Pain and Gain, that's a bit of a laugh. Loki, Locke, sorry. What am I, Loki? Locke, starring Tom Hardy. Great film. It's amazing how he can sort of run that whole movie just being in a car. It's great. And Her, which is a bit of a strange film, but Joaquin Phoenix is just a top actor. And Anchorman 2, because I'm a bit of a soft spot for Anchorman. I think they're great movies. I love Wolf of Wall Street, yeah, but it was too long. I don't think so. I mean, I enjoy it. The fact that it's based on a true story by Jordan Belford. Hugh Jackman, that's what I mean. That's exactly what it was in The Prisoners. Hugh Jackman and what's he called? He was in Nightcrawler. that's a. It's not an easy watch, that film, Prisoners, but it is a good movie. But yeah, so as I say, the Wolf of Wall Street, such a great cast in it, and it's just so many funny parts in that. It's almost, it can't be true, but most of it is, isn't it? It's just obviously hyped up for the movie, but there's so much of the stuff that's true. Because I remember watching a few documentaries about it, by Jordan Belfort, I think it was, basically saying that a lot of it was right. But yeah, so if you guys have got any suggestions for 2000, thank you, Jack Gyllenhaal, thank you, Shabba. I hope you're well, mate. Thank you for joining. As I say, Big Steve's got the man flu, but he's in the chat, so he's just keeping an eye on me, I think. But yeah, Jack Gyllenhaal. I prefer Nightcrawler. I think he's great in that. They sell Steve Madden stuff in TX. No, I didn't know that. Steve Madden stuff. No way. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, that, mate. I did not know. Chabba said he's received his not so secret Santa off me. So I'm hoping he enjoys that when he opens it up nearer the time when Santa's been, or at least been to Cooking the Hayden's channel. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll move on to a few of the things I've picked up this week. Hopefully Steve doesn't spoil it because he's seen most of them because he was there when I bought them. Okay, give me 1 sec. Da, 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 da. So there is actually a pièce de résistance that my wife bought me at the weekend, or just before the weekend, that I forgot to mention last week. So I'm gonna go on to that in a minute. But the first ones I wanted to show you that I picked up this week was I obviously went to CEX in Torquay, which is always nice when you go to a new one because you've not been to, because you don't know what's in there. So I picked up, love this program. So it's just for my collection. But it's Bad Education, series 1 to 3. I have got the movie somewhere on Blu-ray, I think. But it's such a laugh, that program. And that is the only sort of thing that I really like Jack Whitehall in. The movies, not so much. These are to complete my collection. So I've now got the Black Mirror series 3 and series 4. Hey, Monkey Thrifter, how you doing, mate? Thanks for joining. So yeah, they're for my help, everyone. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. 4 hours in CX. It was not 4 hours in CX. It was that. As I said to you before, Steve, when I go in CX, Lou decides to go in other shops because it takes me a little while. I always seem to obviously spend more in ones that I don't generally go in all the time. But I was dead chuffed at those two because those two I was missing from my collection with Black Mirror. Because for anybody that doesn't know, I like that sort of genre. So I've got Inside number 6. I need a couple of series to finish them off. I've obviously bought The Twilight Zone last week because I'd seen the first series. And Black Mirror is sort of like the modern day version of that, which is it took me by surprise when it first came out, but it really is a good program. It's worth a watch if you've not seen it, but they're all separate stories every week. Another one that I picked up, which was going in my collection, is a massive box set of the Dam Busters. It is, I think it's like a 5-disc edition, so it's quite big. It's got like a fold out. You're probably going to see a receipt fall out in a second. No, I hid it. So there you go, 5 discs. Some really good artwork on it as well, actually, which is really nice. So I'm looking forward to that going into the collection. It's a great film. But 1 second, there we go. I've dropped that then. So that had to be bought. I think that was my most expensive purchase, but that had to be bought. Then I got Fast Times at Ridgemount High. I've never actually seen this movie, so I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. Hope you're feeling a bit better, mate. Steve's decided he was thinking out of this today. He weren't doing it, so he's left me all on my own. But thank you very much, guys, for the support. Another one I have from the collection already, but I had to pick up was this, is Will Smith's I Am Legend. The artwork on that is brilliant. Great film. That's going to go in my collection very proudly. I do need to get some cases for them though. And the other one I bought, which again, it was cheap enough, but the artwork on it's great, is the Rise of the Foot Soldiers. So I have recently started purchasing those. I think I've got number 2 on DVD, and I think if I remember rightly, oh there they are. I have actually got 1, 3, and 4. But that was cool. That I had to pick that up because that was pretty cool. So yeah, so that's them. I did pick up a couple of things during the week, which was just Paddington 2 because I didn't have it for the collection. That was from a charity shop. I got a Carry On box set to put to my collection, but a couple of things. So I'd hinted to my wife, to Lou, that there was some. Hope you better. Oh, that's good news. Yeah. There was something I wanted on Facebook, and I didn't think she'd get it me, but anyway, she did. But what she did do is speak to the guy, because he's got a collection of stuff, and he's charged her a bit more, but he's chucked in a few things. So I'll show you what they are. So we've got a signed picture by Kenny Baker. Is it Baker? Yeah. Who played R2-D2, and that was at a convention that he went to. And I've also got a signed General Madden. That's pretty cool. So that's gone up there. And for anybody that can figure this out, what she did get me, and it's too big for a photo, is this. You can all see it. So yes, I am a big kid. It's a I am a big kid, and I've always wanted one of these FX ones because they are the higher quality ones. But how cool is that? How fucking cool is that? Hey, that's amazing. It's better with the lights off, but yeah. So that's going to go on a stand in the new games room. 1 second. Not to outdo Steve last week, but I've just had a brew delivered, which is always nice. Oh, right, okay. But yeah, I was proper chuffed with that. It's not the ideal shit way of showing it, but it's got a stand and everything, so I didn't realise how big it was, but obviously it's replica size, isn't it? So, but yeah, I'd hinted that Santa might want to fetch it me for Christmas, but she went out and got it early anyway. So I'm dead chuffed with that, so I can stay there for a minute. So yeah, he's getting the wife points to it. Yes, she definitely is. Definitely is on that one. I mean, we won't go into the fact of why she bought me that, won't we? Tori, it is a Darth Maul lightsaber. Not Darth Maul, sorry. You know, Kylo Ren. I do want the Darth Maul one, but that is the Kylo Ren. FX lightsaber. It's like the higher quality ones. It's metal. It's not plastic. But I've always wanted. When I worked at Toys R Us years and years ago, we started selling them, and they were about 150 quid then. Like the Luke Skywalker one and that, and they were brilliant. I could never afford one, so I've always wanted one since then. A mate of mine's had one for about 10 years, just sat up in his loft, which I'm hoping that's not where this one ends up. But yeah, hopefully when we get a new house with a new movie room, I can display it properly. So that's the big thing for us at the minute, is getting everything sorted out so that I've actually got to move this stuff. Must be mental. I've moved it from one room to another, and now I've got to move it again. Hopefully it'll be worth it this time. That's the one monkey. What's he put there? Broom cupboard. Yeah, the broom cupboard. But yeah, so they're my pickups for this week. There's a few other things. I picked up like a Mass DVD and Oliver, the original DVD. But yeah, so there's my pickups. Yeah, I'm chuffed with that. It was such a great time this weekend. It went so quickly. We're not moving far. We're only moving sort of about a mile down the road. But we're just running out of room in this house, so we put it on the market and it sold instantly. So we've spent the last 3 or 4 weeks hunting down a house, which we've now had accepted. So that's fantastic. Hey, Lainey, hope you're well. So yeah, but it does mean that the lads have offered to come and give us an hand. So I'm going to definitely utilise that. Although I'm hoping I've got less stuff in my house than Chris has, because that was a lot. Shabba, I was going to go for months ago. They didn't have a clue. No, really. That wasn't my intention, Tori, but they seem adamant. I think Steve and Lana just want another holiday, and Chris obviously does. So either that or hey, let's not go into that, Chris. But either that or Belle wants to get rid of him for a few days. I don't know if she'd be coming down or not, but it'd be great to see him again, because it really was. It was so relaxed. It was so nice to see him over the weekend. I was hoping to get a bit more into Chris's, have a look at Chris's stock, but there's so much of it. But yeah, it was great, absolutely great. I got a new T-shirt out of it. I did try and pay him for it, but it was really nice. So I've got a nice Disney T-shirt that I'm wearing underneath this. Hope you're well, Lainey. I know Chris is feeling a bit better as well, because, like I say, they've both gone down with it. Bless them. I reckon they were hugging in the van on the way back, because I had to drive the car back at one point. It's the only explanation, because everybody else is fine. So yeah, I wanted to. Now I've done that, a couple of things I've watched this week, which I wanted to sort of recommend. Looking forward to rooting through. Yeah, Steve, that'll be an experience. A couple of things I've watched this week. I was speaking to Steve about it yesterday, but I watched that Click and Collect with Stephen Merchant in. You know, the one that Steve Merchant, the guy who acts with Ricky Gervais most of the time, and Carl Pilkington. Well, he's done what I would probably consider like a short movie. It's like 53 minutes long, I think, on Netflix. We were going to watch it when we were down at Chris's, but for some reason we didn't, I don't think. But yeah, it's a good little movie. The general premise of it is the guy goes to a shop to pick up a present for his daughter, decides not to buy it because it's £20 more than it should have been. It ends up being like the number one Christmas present. So it's a bit like Jingle All the Way. But it's just really funny, really great, lighthearted, definitely. And the fact that it's only like 53 minutes long means you can sit there an hour and watch it. Was it? No, you're having me on there, Chris. I've not seen that before. Surely that's brand new. He's having me on. So, oh my God, how have I not seen that? Yeah, well, if you haven't seen it, there you go. It's definitely worth a watch. It's a good Christmas bit of fun. I think Lou wanted me to put Die Hard on for Christmas and start it off that way, but we put that on last night and really enjoyed it. Another thing I wanted to quickly talk about was the Money Heist. All I could think of is Belle, yeah. Yeah, that is what I was thinking, Tori, when I watched it. I did think that. He's the guy that Belle scared off. But yeah, so I binge watched Money Heist. The last 5 episodes was released. So I watched them yesterday, and I'll tell you what, that is a way to finish a program. It really, really is. I've been glued to that program for 5 seasons. and it was up and down like most are, but it was relatively strong. But I'll tell you what, it really does finish off in the best way possible. It's not your Game of Thrones crappy ending or anything like that. It's, if you've not seen it, it's definitely worth a watch. But it just, if you have seen it and you're up to that point, get them watched because they are brilliant. We've started going through Squid Games again just to sort of see if we can spot any of the stuff that we sort of come to the conclusions at the end. Yeah, mate, I could, but I don't want to. It's your job to spoil stuff, isn't it? You're the spoiler king, Steve. So I don't want to go into it too much. So for anybody who doesn't know, it's downstairs. Otherwise, I'd leave it. I put a picture on Instagram. At least I think I did. That Steve bought me a YouTube for Idiots guide. So he was winding me up over the weekend with that, and I got home and Lou had a chuckle at it. But I've got an Idiot's Guide to YouTube, so I've got that to read. I'm sure my videos will be a lot more smooth and presentable at that point after I've read that, although it is about 10-year-old. But yeah, it was funny. But yeah, so I'm running out of things to watch at the minute. I think I've got Cobra Kai at the end of the month. I think, but definitely I was looking forward to Money Heist, and it didn't disappoint. It was really, really good. To get it watched. What else have I got? Let's have a look. Watching this series of Jurassic Park. Yes, I'd seen that on Netflix. Is it any good, Dave? I haven't actually watched any of it. I like Jurassic Park, and I like the as Steve would call it, the remakes. I'm looking forward to the new one coming out. Although there is a bit of a weird trailer that came out that's got like 5 minutes of the start of the film, which is all right. I'm really struggling to find things to watch. Yeah, this is it. I think we're just being overrun by blooming Hazy. Oh, get home, mate. Get home. Don't be sat at the shop at this time of night. Don't be sat. Wow, that's dedication for you. I hope you've had a busy day and you're getting busy periods at the minute. Don't forget, guys, Only Cool Stuff. Check that out online if you haven't already. Wow, I do watch his videos that he puts out pretty much every day at the minute. You do quite a lot, aren't you, Minutesy? But yeah, some awesome stuff in there. You should be at home now. It's past closing. Man, a good film on Netflix at the moment is Castle for Christmas. See, it's all Christmas movies. Yeah, Steve. Steve's he's rang in sick today, Steve. He's got the man flu, unfortunately, so we're all praying for him. Just make sure he's all right. Lana's at his side, giving him lem sips and soup. I think he'll pull through, though. Don't worry. Oh yeah, please do, guys. Don't forget to like the video. Hopefully, it's all right. I'll keep going as long as we can. But we've got suggestions on what would you suggest to watch at the minute? Then I've got my Netflix. I've got my Amazon. I'd be interested to see if there's some good recommendations. I said, Steve, I'll leave the homework until next week so that we can both go through it. But it is on Netflix. Operation Finale, you say it was? See that? I'm telling you, I reckon he's put his back out and he's just too proud to say it, because he was bouncing around like a good one on that trampoline, and he was just showing off. He reckons it was just something he was doing. It weren't his professional approach to it. But hey, Jesus, I was knackered watching him. See, I've got one that I picked up last year, and that's a Christmas movie, because I can't watch Christmas movies any time other than this time of year. I've got this one to watch. I picked it up last year, and I was like, I'm going to hold off until Christmas to give it a go. But last Christmas, the trailers looked all right for it, but I'd been hanging about to see if it came onto one of the streaming services, but I was playing. See, there you go. The Matrix. Have you seen? I watched a trailer. Is it trailer number 2, Shabba? I watched that the other day. And he's like, oh, I remember Kung Fu, and something else he said as well. I don't know where they're going to explain where he's been. But it was. I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for The Matrix. Watch that on the Netflix at the moment. It's okay. I quite liked Last Christmas. It was on Netflix. It probably is on Netflix now, Chris. But when I bought it, it wasn't. It's just I'd been old enough, and I thought I can't watch Christmas movies through the year. It has to be at this time of year. Local theatre in Bradford has the full orchestra doing James Bond music. Wow. Yeah, the new restrictions come in next week, don't they? I don't get it. If you're at a pub or a restaurant, you don't need to wear one. I mean, you're probably drinking or eating, I would imagine, but when you're in places like that, you have to have your COVID passport and stuff as well. Oh, that's cheesy and predictable. That's what Christmas movies are. You know, I'll tell you what I have seen, which is pretty cool. I've seen them on Facebook a few times, but like, obviously Die Hard being a Christmas movie, you've got like John McClane in what I can only describe as like a piece of cardboard with like tinfoil around it or something, so it looks like an air vent, and then a picture of him crawling through the air vent. I've seen a few of them on Facebook. They look pretty cool. I'd like to have one of those on the tree. I don't think she'd let me, like, but at the end of the third Matrix, Neo agreed to be. Oh yeah, true. Of course he did. Yeah, I'd probably blank that out, Steve, to be honest with you, because they weren't great, the second and third one. I know you like them. Cheesy and predictable. You see, that's what I'm saying. See, it is literally Christmas movies. That's exactly what it is. You know, I went out on my travels to charity shops this week. I picked up a couple. I've probably got about 20 copies of the Snowman, because I just keep buying them whenever I see them. But I like to watch that with little one. Hey Ashley, thank you for popping by. But I bought Father Christmas. I think that's another one they did. I got the Polar Express out. That's downstairs, ready to watch. But we've got a few lined up. But I can't really watch. And for me, Christmas is going to be Die Hard. My number one movie, Home Alone, by a country mile. Then she'll want to watch Christmas Vacation, The Muppets Christmas Carol. That's one of my favourites. That is. And that'll be like the main ones that we watch, I think, which are all classics. Christmas movies with Die Hard on Monday night. Going to watch the second one. See, this is what I'm saying, Ashley. You have to watch Die Hard at Christmas. Die Hard 1 and 2. The Christmas movies. But would you watch... I love Home Alone. I really, really like Home Alone 2. But I don't know if I could stomach them both at the same time. I might just watch one. The Muppets Christmas Carol. I went to see it with my dad at the cinemas when I was a lot younger. So it's always stuck with me, but I love the songs. I've got the soundtrack somewhere. I picked that up last Christmas. But yeah, I love that film. Jingle All the Way. Yeah, I've got that. Bad Boy, I think it's one of these down here. There it is. See, I'd only because I spotted it the other day, because it's one of only the few areas that's actually in order. But yeah, Jingle All the Way. Got to be done. But again, like I say, that Click and Collect has quite a remnants of that. But it's only at 53 minutes long. No. Chris, are you joking me? Yeah. We delicately carried that thing and all. Why have you not put that on the wall? Shocking. Put the cookie down. Yes, classic. Brilliant. Great one. Let's see what's that. Yep. So what else? What else would you consider a Christmas classic? Because I didn't want to really have a Christmas show, but we'll go with it. It's too long. It's not too long. I've seen your walls. That is not too long. Surely. I mean, your TV's about 60-inch. Some new Christmas movies that are good is Christmas Office. Yeah, Christmas Office. Jennifer Aniston Party and The Night Before. It's Seth Rogen. You see, one of the biggest ones I haven't seen. It's Turbo Time. You see, you can actually buy them the turbo action figures, can't you? What's it called? What's the figure called? Turbo Man, innit? Yeah, you can actually buy them. I was tempted to pick one up for an ear. The Snowman, yep. Gremlins. Oh, see, that's another one I forgot, David. There, that's another Christmas one for me. Gremlins, because it happens on Christmas Eve, doesn't it? I love Christmas movies. Yeah, I love them. I do love them, actually, and it gets me in the spirit of Christmas. To be fair, nothing much else does. I'm not a fan of Christmas trees, so I do prefer watching a Christmas movies. That sort of puts me in the mood. Oh yes, classic David Reesels. Yeah, it is definitely a classic. You can, but my Hermes most entertainer. They just refunded and did not. No. So you can get it at the Entertainer. That's interesting because I've got a family member that works there. I might have to have a word. Santa Claus the movie. Yes, the original Santa Claus the movie. Yeah, that's a good one. See, Miracle on 34th Street's a bit more of a serious movie. I remember that, like the remake of it. I've not watched that in years though. It's definitely not one of my top 10 lists, but I might have to put that on this year. Just trying to think what else we've got. There's plenty, absolutely plenty. But I'd prefer to watch the older ones over and again rather than new ones. Anyway, we're Xmas Live. So, are we live on Christmas Eve? Oh, brilliant. Yeah, Alan. Well, you see, I'm going to have to get dressed up for that one because I've actually got something I can wear for that. And I'm not dressing up as fucking Santa either. Tim Allen, one of the great, can't get... Yeah, Tim Allen. All right. Well, I've been instructed by Steve there that we've got a Christmas special that we've got to get on with. So I'm going to have to change the subject. So unfortunately, guys, we can't talk about Christmas anymore because Steve doesn't want to. After Christmas, I've not seen After Christmas. It's not that old though, is it? After Christmas. I must have confessed, like I say, I've still got to watch the Polar Express. I've had it a while, so I've pulled it down especially to watch, especially after Chris and Belle went on their little adventure one night on the train to do the Polar Express. So I thought I'd better get it out and watch it. So that's downstairs ready to go. I might actually watch that tomorrow. If Little Un's not too well, I might watch that with him. So he'll sit down if he's not. He's got a bit of a. He's not himself today. Yeah. So let's have a look. What else we got? What about TV series? Not a bad movie, but bottom Christmas special. Yeah, yeah. I agree on that one. See, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about with the Christmas stuff was obviously TV series because there's a load of Christmas specials on TV series and some of them are really good. I was thinking about that earlier on. I was talking about Black Mirror. One of them is one called White Christmas, which is really good. I was going to put that on earlier. I didn't get around to it. Well, I went to cinemas. I went to it was okay. What's that actually? Well, I went to the cinema to see Resident Evil. It was okay, 6 to 7, but had to keep reminding myself it was a homage to the game, unlike the other Resident Evils. Yeah, definitely. It seems a lot. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the trailers. It seems to be a bit more brutal. This new Resident Evil. I can't wait to binge watch Christmas. Do you know what? One of the things I'm really gutted about, and I'll openly admit it, is not having a Gavin and Stacey this year. I think it was last year, the last one. And I was hoping they'd do another one this year, but obviously they haven't. So I'm gutted about that. I'm hoping there's another one in the next year or so. Because I enjoyed that Christmas special. And to be fair, whenever you turn telly on at the minute, it's all the Christmas Gavin and Stacey one over and over again. At least it seems to be in my house. I don't know if she just keeps putting on repeat. What's that? But yeah, I remember the Christmas, the bottom Christmas special. Lou loves the bottom series, and we tend to watch that. I was like, yeah, well, this is it, Tori. I mean, the Christmas TV, it's similar to movies. It's not like it used to be, is it? With a lot of them, there always seems to be some sort of drama in one of the soaps, but other than that, I look forward to seeing Christmas specials and stuff, but not having a Gavin and Stacey this year after having one last year was just a bit gutting. But hopefully they'll have one next year. I would imagine that's probably around Corden's schedule more than anybody else's. But hopefully we'll get some good stuff. We need one more. We do, Dave. That's the way I thought of it. It was obviously left on a cliffhanger, but they were open to either do another series or another special, weren't they? So, but I suppose we waited that long for them. We don't mind waiting a bit longer. Men behaving badly. Yeah, I've got the box set down there of them. I can't remember the Christmas special of that. I might have to have a look at that. But I figured out I've got some go-to programs that I tend to watch of an evening. Stuff I can just turn my brain off to. I took it's a bit 90s tech, but I took a portable DVD player down to the hotel with me when I went to stay over down there. Hey, thanks for joining, mate. And I literally took a stack of DVDs, but I ended up watching Open All Hours when I got back to the hotel. I died a plane crash, yeah. Okay, we'll see if I can catch you. I'll see you later, Z. Thanks for joining, mate. I appreciate it. But yeah, there's certain programs, and I like the Christmas specials on some of them, so I might have to dig a few out to watch them because they're not very long. But I've got some go-to programs that I tend to sort of watch of an evening, and like I say, I watched Open All Hours while I was down in Torquay. Sorry, I'm a bit of a dry throat there. But yeah, for those that have joined a bit later on, is there any Christmas movies or Christmas TV programs you'd recommend? So I am going to ask that question again before I get told off by Steve. Actually, yeah, Nem, you're right. Nem said the BBC have put loads of box sets and movies on the iPlayer. I noticed them yesterday because my son likes to play on the tablet and he keeps going on BBC iPlayer. And I noticed there's loads of box sets to watch. Vicar of Dibley, yes. That was one I picked up recently. The box set. Yeah, Vicar of Dibley's cool. Any movie fans looking for presents? Do check. Absolutely, Ashley. Check out Z's store, definitely. If you're a movie fan looking for collectibles, that's definitely the place to go. He's had some cool stuff. I'd like to get some sort of Christmas decorations, I think, but it might not be till next year now because it's a bit late. I'll definitely pick up some movie related ones. Porridge, yeah, definitely. That's another one. I picked up actually, funnily enough, I've got the collection anyway, but I picked up this from charity shop the other day, which is the Going Straight ones. They're not bad, and they're not the same as watching Porridge. But if you do like it, then if you're a fan of the program, then it's not too bad to watch that. And it's got a young Nicholas Lyndhurst in as well. Yeah, got to be the Only Fools and Horses specials. Wow, yeah. I remember buying a box set for my dad when I was younger. I'd probably just been in my job like 5 minutes, and I thought I'll buy him it. But it was the Reliant Robin, but inside had the Modern Man, the last three. Not the last three, but the three where he's Batman and Robin. Is he Batman and Robin? The Modern Man, and the other one, Time in Our Hands. But I remember getting him that for Christmas one year. It was awesome. But yeah, I've got all the Only Fools and Horses. I love them. But the Christmas specials were good. So good. Porridge the movie, yeah, that is. Again, it's in my collection somewhere. But it's the one where they play football, isn't it? I say they play football. He puts on a football match so they can escape. Scrooged. The Scrooge the Bill Murray version is a must watch. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, no, I'm not a fan of the original Scrooge. I've never really got into that. My dad likes that, but I've never really got into it. But the Bill Murray one with that taxi driver is great. Only Fools and Horses every Sunday. Yeah, it never gets old, Dave. I mean, we watched it for ages, loads of times. The Only Fools and Horses. To the point where I think originally when I first met Lou, she ended up knackering my PlayStation up because she was using the PlayStation instead of the Blu-ray player to play DVDs on, and knackered the laser on it because all she'd do is put them in Only Fools and Horses on it. If Chris got a shout out for his store, yeah, don't forget Movie Fusion on his eBay store. Chris has got some fantastic stuff on there. Yeah. All others considered. Yeah, there is other ones considered as well. This channel is now a plug for Oh, really? Thanks, Shabba. I'm just trying to help out. You can't deny that Only Cool Stuff has some Only Cool Stuff movie stuff in there, which is fantastic. But no, it's not just a plug for toys and hobby stores. Thank you very much. I'll say that. If you don't behave, I'll send you an Arsenal shirt. But yeah. So anyway, I've lost my train of thought. Is that what? Is that the? Yeah. 2001 the other day for. Wow, that's amazing. I hope you do. Yeah, it is actually. It's the My Football Monster. It's not as expensive as the other ones, but it was like three or four quid in this charity shop. So I've definitely kept him. But yeah, it is. I'd love to have one of the ones with the chains on, but they're so expensive. See what happens when I'm not there. You're here in spirit, Steve. That's the main thing. You get over your man flu, your snowflake. Yeah, I hope good luck with that one, actually. Anyway, but that's pretty cool. Steve, behave yourself. Oh, bless. Like I say, it'll go as long as you want tonight. I'm not going to be on here forever. No co-host, unfortunately. Yeah, I've seen a few with the chains on, actually, and they are pretty cool. But I remember back in the day when they first came out. But I weren't leaving that bad boy. Yeah, I'm getting a little collection of teddies at the minute. I'll tell you what I picked up the other day. It's probably worth £0, to be fair. But it was only £1, so I picked him up. It's a little hand puppet of, what's he called? It's not Roadrunner, is it? It's the other one. But this is Looney Tunes. Says 1997 on it. I thought that was pretty cool. I picked up a vintage kid from the charity shop. I put it down and left as the woman, Asian age, and a blue rinse questioned my choice. Bandit, is that the? Yeah, thank you. Wile E. Coyote, that's the one. But yeah, I'd seen him in the charity shop close to me, and I was like, I'll pick him up. It's pretty cool. But yeah, he just sits up there, and then I've got I've got a few ETs now, but obviously I've got me Universal Studios ET and my Gremlins. He don't look very scary there, does he? Considering little Teddy. I've got a few more up there. I've got my Jive Bunny, my thingy. What's he called? Oh my lord, I'm having a blank moment there. What's he called? Flat Eric. There we go. That's the one. That's it. Yeah. Cheers, Shabba. I think. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. In the trees. Yes, yes, that's very true, Steve. It's definitely not. We were driving down some country roads on the way from Chris's old house to his new house, and there was one of the houses on the had an ET in the trees. It's quite a big one as well. But then a bit further up, there was one that had tigers on a tree, which is a bit strange. But yeah, that's true. Tori says, Shabba, just looking for your store, can't find it. Oh, do we need to plug his store, Tori, so he don't get upset? Pop it on there, Shabba, if you want, mate. Or if somebody knows where it is. But no, is there anything else anybody else wants to talk about? Sorry, if you... Oh, here we go, yeah. So there's Shabba's store if you want to check it out. Future_Vision 2020. So apparently all we do on here is just plug other people's shops. That's what he said. So how much do you think your DVD? Probably not a lot. As regards to the DVD side of it, definitely not a lot. TV show wise, I've got quite a few. Some a bit rarer than others. My Blu-rays, it's questionable. I've got some that are worth £40-50 and some that are worth a penny. They're really not worth a lot. That I'll tell you what though. Oh, I went into one of the charity shops the other day and I picked up The Town, Looper, Hellboy 2 and Zombieland, and I think the combined total is probably worth about 30p. They're really not worth anything. But I weren't leaving them in the charity shop, so I'll find somebody that'll appreciate them. But yeah, it's for my collection though, Tori. I'm not looking at it as an investment. I'm looking at it as for my collection, really. Shabba trying to steal custom from C. Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, I mean, I've got stuff that I'm still after. I've actually got a list on my phone that I'm still after stuff. But I'm just happy to sort of get them as I see them. A couple of new ones. The Shang-Chi I need to pick up, and I need to pick up Suicide Squad as well, just to go with the collections. But I'll pick them up soon. But yeah, so I'll tell you another little secret as well. Chris Hayden, Mr. Cookie and the Haydens, definitely has some DVDs. I've cleaned out most of my collection, has definitely got a collection of DVDs, as me and Steve can contest to, as we carried a load of boxes up to the second or third floor. So don't let him fool you when he says he's got no movies. He's definitely got some. Although I'm looking forward to seeing his collection of figures actually put out on display. Because obviously when we got there, it was all boxed up. Although you'll be happy to know I did manage to salvage Rubber, Steve's special present that he sent down there. Unfortunately, Chris thought he may have to leave it in his garden because a plant had grown through it, but I managed to salvage it. So he now has that at the new house. So, but Belle was really chuffed. I mean, I could see it in her eyes when I told her the good news. So they now have that in their new garden. The completely authentic, official Rubber tyre that Steve sent down. Sold all the DVDs about 6 years ago to Music Magpie, but regret it as now buying them back as I can never find the movie I want to watch online. And that's exactly it, Ash. Exactly for me. That's what it is. Don't get me wrong, we've got the cancel culture nowadays and things being edited out of stuff. But I prefer that, and I prefer someone stole it in the garden. Yeah, all right, whatever, Chris. But yeah, I prefer to have physical media. Plus, I can look back and see the extras and stuff on them. You know, I mean, like the Dam Busters as an example, that 5-disc set. While it is a restored movie, you know, ultimately I've got a lot more stuff on there that I can watch whenever I feel the need to. I don't have to rely on whether or not Netflix have got it on for a month or so. Although when I did come up, ironically, I did find that I have actually got a sealed copy of the Dam Busters, but obviously that's a 5-disc one. So, but yeah, so I agree with you. I'd rather watch things when I want to watch it, and some of the streaming services. I was saying to Steve, one of the things that annoys me about Amazon is, you know, you'll find something on there and then realise that you've got to, you've then got to pay for it because it's not included. Tory Both Steve's collection is worth more than all the C extra. You know what? It probably is, to be fair. I mean, like I say, I've got other shelves at the back there, same as these, that are completely full up with my Marvel and TV series and stuff of Blu-rays. But yeah, this is why when I do go to a town, I remember going to Barry when I went down to see her parents. We went to Barry, and I must have spent 60-70 quid in that CEX, just because there's stuff in there that I don't generally see day to day. And if they haven't got them, then I'll tend to get a voucher or something and buy them on their website. But Tory Bosti's collection, yeah. What's this? I used to watch and listen to the commentaries with DVDs first came out. Not listened to one in years. Also, the extra music vids on the film I like to watch. Time changed. Yeah, and this is it. I mean, I think a lot of these anniversary editions of things are bringing out more stuff that they weren't on originally, which can be a bit of a pain if you've got multiple copies of the same bloody thing. I think Back to the Future is probably infamous for that because it keeps chucking an extra little bit on each one. Yeah, I was just looking for that then. But yeah, I like to have movies that have got extras on them, so I like to watch them. For DVDs, I love watching the trailers for films. Yes, especially like the ones from like rental stores that were coming soon and all that. I still say that when I go to cinemas, I want to be there early enough so I can see the trailers. See the trailers and have a look at what's coming out. Yeah, I remember that actually. To be fair, so Tory put on there. Great store, Shabba. Yeah, go and check out Shabba's store if you can. So, some DVDs have games as extras. The Harry Potter set and Alpha. I didn't even know about that, to be fair. I knew there were some games on some, but it was. I think at one point they were trying to do like Blu-ray disc live. I think they called it, which had like extras on there that you could play games. But I didn't know they had them on Harry Potter ones. I need to have a look at that. Big Steve hates the trailers on DVDs. No, Steve is impatient. The trailers for me, some of the trailers that I find on these movies, it prompts me to buy something else. Because I look at it and I go, that's actually not bad. I've never heard of that. There's a couple that I bought recently. Wildlife or something or other, which was similar to that. Which, to be fair, the trailer was a lot better than the movie. Like The Thing got DVD and Blu-ray. And now I think that got DVD. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of, especially like the movie groups and stuff, I'm seeing a lot of people posting the 4K movies. On there. I'm not into that yet. I don't particularly look forward to going into it because I'll end up buying movies that I've already got. Although I did see one on a movie group today which was enticing, which was the Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The steelbook on that looks really good. So just sent you an offer on a Roman book. Oh, nice one, Tori. Every little helps. I like the trailers as well, Lana. Gets you excited for what's coming. Yeah, exactly. I think the only ones that I generally skip is the Disney ones because they're just some of them that were like direct to DVD back in the day. it was just pointless. Plus, there was about 12 other things on every single DVD. No, see, me and Steve are in a bit of a disagreement here. Because he's having his 50p's worth about Shang-Chi, and I watched it, and I thought, you know what? It's not on the same level of Ant-Man, but it was a surprise, and I did enjoy it. But Steve was just picking everything out of it. But I enjoy it. If we were on here, Steve, you could have a good argument about it, but you're not, so I'm going with the majority of me. The new He-Man, I don't know why you put yourself through it, because the first series of He-Man was bad. The first series of this reboot thing was bad, but you put it down to some lame excuses, and then you've sat and watched the next lot of them and said it's just as bad. So it's your own fault that you watched it. But Shang-Chi, I disagree with you on it. I think that was an enjoyable movie, and I think the characters were pretty cool. Special effects were pretty cool. The big alien thing at the end probably wasn't, but I did like the few cameos that were in it. I had to see how it ended. So you put yourself through it. You put yourself through it, mate. That's all I'm saying. You literally put yourself through that and then went, oh, it's still as bad as I thought it was. God. Shabba's eBay's back alive again by the sounds of it. Nice one, Tori. Oh, bless. Any chance you can put the link out, Steve? I don't know if you just watch on your phone or what, mate. But if you can, just share the link for me. What we got on here? I was going to show you some pictures, but I'll wait. I think we put some pictures of the weekend on Instagram. I think they're on there, but if they're not, I'll put them on. But I was going to share some pictures with you, but I'll wait until Chris's party's video, which I was hoping would be soon, but with him being a bit poorly, it's understandable. That's Christmas presents sorted. Yeah, how's everybody getting on with the Christmas presents? I've bought a few this week. I picked up a couple in Torquay. So I've got a few more to pick, but I'm generally getting there. Oh, fair enough, Chris. I was like, good things come to those who wait. So I don't mind waiting, but I was looking forward to that. So we'll go with a... So yeah, so this is obviously the free for all. If anybody wants to pop on, Steve's popped it in the chat for me because I couldn't figure that out for some reason. I don't know why. I need to work on that. Maybe I can read my YouTube book. Yeah, getting good at this too. Yeah, and to be pressing buttons, Tori. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I was toying with an idea of a vlog. Before I went away, which, like I say, I did a couple of them just to sort of stack them up on my phone, but then I didn't get to do any over the weekend. People I've seen Chuckle Brothers work through. Thank you, Tori, I appreciate it. But yes, but then because I didn't do any over the weekend, I thought it was pointless doing it. So I think they will remain in the archive of unedited videos. But I'm hoping to get a video out at some point. I was speaking to Steve and to Chris and getting some tips over the weekend. He can't, Shabba. He's too busy on his trampoline, mate. I reckon Lana's bought him one of them kiddie ones for the garden, so he's too busy. Carrying boxes up the driveway killed me, Chris. You literally carried them boxes up the driveway for us, didn't you? Bless her. Lana was getting stuck in over the weekend, helping out. I've told you, Shabba, he's got his lemsip and his blankie, and he's just cuddled up. I think Lana's looking after him. No, it doesn't. Lana, as I said in the chat with the lads, I was like, this new house that we're getting has not got a hill in sight, so yeah, you will be quite lucky with that, because that definitely put me off buying a house on a hill or a house with 3 floors that weekend. It was funny though. It was funny. We all went back absolutely knackered, and then all of us were sort of trying to pretend that we weren't actually dying inside. So, yeah, it was funny. So good. Although if he changes his mind and he's moving back, I'll tell you that I'm not going down again for that. But like I say, if you want to come on, guys, the link's in the chat. Don't be afraid to come and have a chat with me. Keep me occupied for a little bit. Otherwise, I'll just be talking to you in the chat. I don't mind. People will love seeing the Chuckle Brothers at work. Yeah, it was good. You've got the 30 second 5th wave, Big Steve. No, so he's adamant that he hasn't got the C word, the big C COVID. He's just got man flu, which is why I'm taking the mick. I genuinely do worry about him, but I know Lana's looking after him, and I'm sure he's milking it for everything that it's worth. I'm sure she's made about 10 brews today and ran around after him. His teddy and his blankie. Whereas, Big Chris, he's had to get on with it, you see. He's had a house to unpack, so he's been cracking on. But yeah, what else have we got to talk about? I picked up this, as I said, I did pick up this carry-on camping collection. I went into the back of one of the charity shops, and she was like, you can have a look at the DVDs if you want. I was like, oh, cool. I didn't even look at this. When I picked it up, I was like, I'm having it. But it's like number 3, part 3 of a Ultimate Collection. So I've only actually got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like 10 movies on it. I mean, I like carry-on movies anyway. And it has got it's got Carry On Teacher, Carry On Constable, Carry On Regardless, Carry On Cruising, Carry On Cabby, Carry On Jack, Carry On Spying, Carry On Cleo, Carry On Cowboy, and Carry On Screaming. I now need to track down the rest of them. Which are the ones? Which are the band now? Carry On. I didn't know there was. I tested it yesterday. I've got not one brew, Steve. Don't worry, mate. I'll message you. We'll be sorting that out. Can't be having that. Not one brew. I doubt it though. Which one's the one? Campaign. See, yeah, I have got a copy of Carry On Campaign somewhere, but I wanted to. Ultimately, I do want to get like the box set at some point. But I mean, I paid peanuts for that. I bought an absolute load of stuff, and she charged me like £3, so that was pretty much free. So I weren't going to take it down. Not going to not take it. Carry On at your convenience. That one is on here, isn't it? No, it isn't. But I'm going to try and find the other parts to it and see if I can get the set that way. Although I doubt it, but I'll certainly try. That's part 3. What figure you got on the top shelf? What are you asking? What figure? What are you on about? What figure have I got on the top shelf? Which one, Steve? Which one are you on about, mate? To the left. Which way? This way? Oh, I haven't seen for Carry On Columbus. That was one of the later ones. I think that was that like 90s. Carry On Columbus came out. I've got Wolverine, I've got Spider-Man, I've got The Crow, I've got Captain America, I've got Terminator, I've got my Jurassic Park stuff, I've got a few pop figures, and then they're predominantly cars. I've got the R2-D2 that Chris sent me, which is a bobblehead, or a bobble buddy, Wall-E, and then the cars, generally Back to the Future, Fast and Furious, the Joker, and then that's obviously my Psycho house. The yellow one is the yellow one deep? No, yellow. Are we talking in that corner? That's I've got Pikachu up there, and buddy, who I said earlier on, in from Levi advert. Although I did pick these up the other day for £1. I thought these were pretty cool. They're going to go for the new house, I think. I like Day of the Dead stuff. It's only salt and pepper pots, but I thought they were pretty cool. Definitely not what you're thinking, Steve. Anyway, it's the last Carry On. Yes, thanks, Joanne. I did think that. Like I said, I remember it coming out of the cinemas. So it wasn't. That must have been in the 90s. It must have been the 90s. The yellow one, deep. From hiking, no. Like I say, it's it blooming Carl from the Levi's advert. I'm having a brain freeze. But yeah, no. You've definitely got me there. Got my little Spider-Man. It's only so my son don't nick it. Flat Eric, thank you, Richard. That was doing my head in. I'd already mentioned it once, but yeah, my Flat Eric's up there, and then my Jive Buddy. But so hopefully I'll have a lot more room to put my stuff out because I've got so much stuff. I've got got all that Back to the Future stuff to put on the walls as well. When that Chris sent me, so I've got all that to do as well when we get into a new place. Yeah, that's that movie. If nobody's seen that, if anybody's not seen that, check it out. That's the 2013 Locke. He's literally sat in a car the whole movie, but it's so interesting. Great movie. You're right, not your... What? What are you on about? That at the top? That's Wall-E. I've got Raphael, the dog from K9 from Doctor Who. I'm not sure what you're on about, mate. To be honest. You're probably just winding me up. Another movie I'm going to watch recently is I think I'm going to watch Dogma again. I took it downstairs to watch. I've got that and Mallrats I want to watch. Enough for later. Try tonight. Hey up. Shabba sent an offer on your other Roman book. Shabba's getting all the sales today. Let's get it. I'll find it when we move you. Yeah, I thought that. I was proper disappointed that we got to Chris's and like everything was boxed up. After all, seen all those blooming figures and stuff. The only thing I got to play with was that thingy's samurai sword, which was pretty cool. That was awesome. That and the Negan's bat. He had them out, didn't he? So we moved them. Can't believe he sold that screen. Unbelievable. That was massive. That. We were so careful with that, Steve. No, I'm not forgiving him for that. That would have been awesome in that front room. But yeah, that's about it. I think that's pretty much it. I think if no one's going to come on and give us a conversation, I might have to call it a day, guys. To be fair, Hopefully Steve will be back next week if he can drag himself up after his man flu. You did make him fine. Yeah, well, this is it. I said to him, look, if you get a chance, I'd like to have a look at one of your caps. And I did get it. It's downstairs. So he got the caps out for me so I could have a look at getting a cap off him. So I do appreciate that, Chris. But yeah, I would much rather have had a look at half of his toys and played with them for a bit. I mean, collectibles, as we call it, Steve. Well, this is it. There's a lot of promises there, Chris. I hope you live up to them, mate, because we're going to have to come down at some point and watch a movie together. Nick, what? A Nick Coleman. What the hell is that? What are you on about? I have absolutely zero idea what you're on about. I've got Robot Wars, Woody, Transformers, Scarlet, Black Widow, Captain America, another Transformers, Mr. Incredible, Joker, Arnold Schwarzenegger, our Terminator, Wolverine, How to Train Your Dragon, Incredibles, Superman, Spider-Man. Don't know what I'm missing there, to be honest with you, Nem. Thank you very much, Ash. I really appreciate that. I'll pay after 3 days and 23 hours. Yeah, so if anybody hasn't, please check out Shabba's store, and obviously Movie Fusion and only cool stuff. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining tonight. I really, really appreciate the support. I'm sorry Steve's not been here, but he obviously wasn't dedicated enough. So I'll try and drag him on again next week if he's up for it. But really, I do hope he feels better soon, and obviously Chris feels better soon. And I hope everyone has a fantastic week. And I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.